To get set up here, we're looking to have the ankle just floating in space a little bit so that when we add in our pin and stretch addition, we've got a bit of space to move the ankle. For now, we're going to start with our sink and draw only, keeping the ankle in a relatively neutral position. So we start nice and low or considerably distally on that line, and we're following the line of the fibula proximally. So we start nice and low. We get a sink in and a draw. Now on this one, Emmanuel's let me know that it's likely to be a little bit tender along the fibularis here because playing football, there's been some contact recently, so probably a little bit of scar tissue formulating along this line. So we'll keep that in mind with the amount of pressure, and we'll pay close attention to the response of the body as we go over all this tissue. Quite the long stroke, so it's a great opportunity for us as the practitioners to identify perhaps where there might be some areas where we're doing a little too much work. When that's the case, in such a long application of body weight, we'll notice things start to shake and we'll feel that fatigue. I'm not going to tell you that these techniques are entirely effortless. There is definitely, by the end of the stroke, there's a little bit of effort involved because we're keeping our pressure applied for quite a considerable amount of time. Looks like we got to a sensitive point there. So I'm going to back off that pressure. And as a result, even just having to stabilize our own joints through that whole movement, even that is a little bit of work. When we get all the way to the end of that sink and draw, we're going to repeat. I'm going to switch my hands and then use that other conformation of the wrist so that I'm more aligning the heel of my hand with the direction of tension that I'm introducing. And then as I get a grip of that tissue, I'm then going to introduce my pin and stretch by taking the ankle into some inversion. And the same as on the other side, right off the bat, introducing that addition of tension into the line has meant that my glide has instantly become much slower. And that's fine. It's only if something changes to be instantly much faster on the glide that we would want to edit something about that. Really taking your time here with this sink and draw. Another part of our spiral line that we are going to access is the tibialis anterior next. You could access the tibialis anterior here in the side lying, but I much prefer supine access, so that's where we'll be headed after this touch. We'll change the arrangement of everything and then head into the supine position for a little tibialis anterior work. Once that glide comes to its final range, we can release. You stay here and repeat as long as you need to, and then when you're ready to sweep it out,